Welcome back to Behind the ZCenes. So this is Trouble at Ganonco 2 again. Let's go to level 1 now. So that's the boss room. Not too much really here on level 1. Actually, this is... I don't know what the hell this room's for. Oh, this is just the template room. Okay. So anyways, so level 1 is sort of... Let's see. I had to do a little bit of combo editing for this one. Let's see, 3629. We'll just up here a little bit. Oops. So right here. Where's the puke? Oh, I guess right here. So I have to change it to that one. Okay, so yeah, some of this stuff is walkable, some of it's not. So that's basically the difference. And then these also. These combos right here are walkable, and then some of them aren't as well. So they're walkable because I didn't want to use too many layers or whatever. But anyways, so yeah, there's some layers here. So the cage thingies would be right here, 773. So on the next map here. Yeah, so those are the layers right there. And so to make everything work out, I needed some things that were walkable and some that weren't. So that's the difference there. All this stuff is walkable here. And then over here, bombable wall right there. Let's see, let me get my flags back out. So right here, there is a secrets permanent. So that's how the wall will bomb out once you walk through. So once you walk through here, there's a secrets permanent, which will open up the wall there. Okay, so over here is my first layered flag I ever used. So this is the first time I knew how to use this. So what happens here is that this pot here is a slash combo, or slash flag. So once that happens, these secrets will appear. So 17 and 16 are basically nothing. They're what they always were. So the same thing's there. And then right here, the flag. So 68 will start glowing, and then 18 will turn into, or 17 will turn into 18. Actually, 68 turns into boomerang, so yeah. And then 18 will turn into this, which will be walkable. And then I think I have layers on, or secrets on the layers here. Let's see, 766. So yeah, there's a bunch of layers here which will activate once you slash the pot there, and then once you hit the thing with the boomerang. So, as you can see, there are a lot of secret combos. So these turn into 23, this one turns into 24, and then 25, 26, 27. So it just looks nice once you eventually make a bridge that will go across this river here. But you have to hit this pot first before you can make all that stuff appear. Alright, so over here I think is just the map or compass or something, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Alright, so next, let's see, what else do we have down here? Fairy Fountain and Puke, isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? Okay, more bombable walls over here, and I think there's just a key in there. Another key in here. So this is a door that will close in on you, and then you have to kill all the enemies to make the door open again. So yeah, you have a step secrets temporary that turn into nothing, and then these doors will shutter, as you can see. They will shutter, and then there is a flag enemies equals secrets, so that will reactivate the door to open again. So as you can see here, screen data, enemies equals secret. So once you kill all the enemies, the door will open again. And if I didn't mention before, all these D maps are interiors, not NES dungeons. Level 1 interior. So in order to make shutter doors, you have to do that. And if you want to set up a shutter door, like say here, you'd have to put a step secrets temporary up here to make the door open again. So that's how you do that in interior dungeons. Of course, if you're using NES dungeons, that whole thing's a lot easier. You just go in here, screen, doors, and then set up whatever you want. Or you can just do that combo cycling trick I showed you in Exile and Grumville. If you want to see that, just go look up those videos. So here's another place where you need the boomerang, so you need to hit it from this side of the room, I believe. I don't think the wooden boomerang will reach from over here. So you need to come up here, use the boomerang first, and then this bridge will appear. Again, I think there are flags on layer 1 which will make these things right here disappear. All these things like this, these barrier things are on layer 1, so you also have to set up the flags on layer 1. More walkable, non-walkable stuff. So basically you have to set up the combos in here. Did I do it actually in here? Go away, autosave. I might have, I don't know. Might be somewhere else, I don't know. Seems like I would have all this stuff organized in one place, but maybe not. But anyway, so... Oops, I want to turn off flags. So if you see the walkability here, so these ones would be not walkable and these ones would be walkable, so they're two different combos, as you can see. 3629 and 3472, so they're different. Same with these ones here. 3630 and then over here 3236, so they're different combos. Alright. Here's just another kill the enemies before you can go through. Okay, yeah, so you have to kill the enemies and then this thing will go down, but these here are secrets temporary, so you can get back out without having to kill the enemies. And I set up the enemies so they wouldn't spawn over here. So it's a good idea to use the enemy spawns. I think this goes towards where the boss key is. Where's the boomerang? I don't know. Let's see, I think it's down there. That leads to the boomerang. That leads to the boss. And then here's just a maze where you need a boomerang. And then this guy will say something like, I don't know. I love the smell in here, that's why I can't stand going outside. And then here's a block puzzle. As you can see, flags like this. So 67 just means you can't push the blocks past that point. And then once you finish, these two things will go down. And so all my block puzzles in this game lead to keys, just so you don't have to do them more than once. That's kind of annoying. And just setting up these block puzzles, I didn't really think too much about it. I just kind of set it up in random places and put blocks around that I think might, you know, trip you up. And then, of course, I tested it to make sure it worked, but, you know, maybe I had to change some of these around sometimes. And, of course, you have to set up the flags on these blocks right here, and also set up your under combos, too. So you actually have to set up that these will be vertical, push as many times as you want, or these ones will be horizontal, push as many times as you want. Alright. There's the Triforce. So this is actually a different D map. Or you have to actually set up that it's a different D map. As you can see, side warp up will be level 1 Triforce because level 1 is not level 1, it's level 10. And so I think Ganon Lobby 2, let's see, I believe Lobby Ganon here is level 9? Oh, okay, that's where you fight Ganon. Never mind. Let's see, where Ganon Lobby 2, this should be level 12? Huh. I guess it would be the first one. That's level 10. Okay, level 10. Sorry, I got confused there. It's the other way around. So yeah, this is level 10 corresponding to this level here. So this is the boss room, but actually right here, there's a direct warp to where you actually fight the boss. And then once you finish, you end up back here, which are step secrets permanent. So this is where the trigger is. This is where the trigger that will open up the way to the other floor in Ganonco, or I guess the same floor in Ganonco, but different CEO room, and it'll open up the second floor to, or the first floor to the Gauntlet Tower. First floor to Gauntlet Tower, different room to Ganonco. So then you side warp up here into level 1, which is the Triforce piece. And Triforce pieces have to be in level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, or else they will not work properly. I guess they won't appear in your Triforce thing. I don't know, I've never tried. I've never tried putting a Triforce in a level other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. But anyways, when you step on here, it will take you to the boss. So let's see, tile warp up here. So where am I? Okay, 600. So you fight some enemies here. Gorias. Actually, this one you don't have to fight the enemies. You just have to hit the triggers here in a certain order. So this one, then, or this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. Or no, wait. This one, this one, this one, this one. 68 first, then 16, then 17, then 18. So then 19 will cycle to the exact same thing 3 times, and then once you hit the last one here with your boomerang, this will cycle into a direct warp, which will take you to the boss. So the boss here is just an Aquamentus, easy enough. Once you beat it, some stairs will appear here, I guess warps, and then they will warp you back to this screen again. And then once you hit this, these stairs will disappear, and these are actually overhead combos. And these will disappear, because you'd actually never know that they were overhead combos. But as you can see, a heart container is right there, just under the overhead combos. So once you get rid of the overhead combos, you can see that there's a heart container there, and you can go get the Triforce. So that is how I set up my levels so that you could trigger the dungeon boss flags in other screens with the same level number. I believe you don't need to use the trigger thing here. I believe if you just kill all the enemies and have the flag enemies equal secret and dungeon boss, then if you set up another room with the dungeon boss flag and a trigger enemy, then the secrets will appear on that screen. I think that's how you can do it as well. I'm not sure. I haven't really tested that out. Thank you, autosave. And then over here is the bottom floor. So this is where you go to get the boomerang, I believe. Yeah, so let's see, walkable. Turn off the flag, so that's not walkable. I think they're overhead here. Yeah, these are overhead, so whatever. So anyway, once you kill all the enemies in here, these two overhead things these non-walkable overhead things will go away, and you can get the item, which is the boomerang, which is already in there. So it's not a slash treasure thing, it's just the item's there, and you have to get rid of the non-walkable things by killing the enemies to get the boomerang. Okay, so here is the thing where you have to swim around the vomit to get the boss key, which is over here, I believe. Yeah, I think it appears over here once you kill the enemies. Some Gorias, kill them, get the boss key, and you can leave. And down here is just a little secret's permanent, so it's a little shortcut. You get rid of the statue, and yeah. And then just over here, you need your boomerang, hit this thing here, and this block will go down. Again, you can't hit it from over this side of the screen because it's too far. Okay, and let's see, let's just check the layer here. It's a transparent layer right here, it's transparent, so 778. So basically, let's see, where's 78? It'll be down here. 78, so this is the background layer. And then you just make it transparent and you get that sort of effect. Sometimes it doesn't look very nice in Zquest, I don't know why, but when you play it, it looks fine. Like, I think in 2.1 it sort of had this strange coloring to it, I don't know. And then over here is the gauntlet level for level 1. So from the gauntlet tower you will appear here, and this is the same as all my other gauntlets, so once you kill all the enemies, direct warps will come in. And then they will warp you to the next screen where you have to fight the enemies, direct warp, next screen. So there's really no break between the fighting. So that's how that works. And then the last screen you get the secret item, which in this place is the magical boomerang. Hooray! Okay, so map 7 is just the layers and stuff. Let's see, where the hell am I? Yeah, just the layers, so this is all layer 1, I believe. Oh, here is another dungeon. This is the, what do you call it? The slash dungeon. So this is basically the exact same thing as Trouble at Ganonco. You come in here, right? No, you come in here, and there are blue bubbles. Sword re-enabling blue bubbles, and then warps you over here, which will take your sword away. Then you have to go through this dungeon. The only difference is that you don't need the ladder for this part. Let's see. You push the block, I think, right? You push the block, or there's the stairs, or triggers. I don't exactly remember. Are there layers on this screen? No, so flag. So 16. Or you do need the ladder, don't you? Yeah, I believe you do need the ladder. So I guess one of these is a trigger somewhere. Or... Huh, I'm not really sure how this works. I'm pretty sure you don't need the ladder. Where do you... Yeah, you got the ladder in level 6, so you don't need the ladder here. I'm just not exactly remembering how this works. Let's see. Secret combos, I know they just turn to that, but... How does this work? I know you come in from here. That's kind of puzzling to me. I really... Do you have to hit something with a boom? No, you don't. I honestly do not remember this room. Well, anyways, you go through here, open that switch, that will take this down, use this switch, that will take these two down. So that's more layered flags, and then through here, and then here's the boss, I believe some bats, and then you get Slash. How does this room work? I have no idea. Like, this isn't a push block. There has to be a trigger or something around here. Oh, I know, it's enemies! You kill the enemies. You kill the keys, and then this goes down. That's how. Alright, so that's all for this episode of Behind the ZCenes. Next time I will continue going through Ganonco 2, so I'll see you later.